A warning tonight from a woman who was paralyzed after cosmetic surgery.
She ended up in a wheelchair, and now she's not only taking on the doctor who performed that surgery, but also the center and the post-operation hotel they put her in. Rebecca Lopez reports.
Rolanda Hutton will never walk again.
It's very traumatic. It's like you never think about not being able to walk.
She ended up in a wheelchair after she had a Brazilian butt lift at the Dallas Plastic Surgery Institute.
When I first woke up, they were asking me to move, and I couldn't feel my legs.
We first told you her story back in November 2017. Then she sued the doctor who performed the surgery. But now she and her lawyer have amended the lawsuit to include other doctors who perform surgeries at the Institute and the Cloister, which is a post-operation hotel run by the same doctors who do the surgeries. They send patients there for recovery.
Patients are being sent to this so-called hotel, which is really a skilled nursing facility that's not licensed, not regulated by the state.
Hutton says she spent 2 days at the Cloister and says the staff there should have sent her to a hospital the moment she told them she could not feel her legs.
After the second day, I was like, something's wrong. I need to go to the hospital because I still can't move my legs, and it's been 2 days.
Her lawyer says Hutton isn't the only one who suffered severe consequences. He claims in 2009, a woman died after a facelift while at the Cloister.
This place needs to be regulated or shut down, or you're going to see more people that have been hurt.
Both in 2017 and today, we asked the Dallas Plastic Surgery Institute and its lawyers for comment. They did not respond. As for Hutton, she wants her story to serve as a warning to others of what can happen.
Don't get a BBL until you first think about these three things. Number one, make sure that your doctor does a lot of BBLs. Make sure that's one of the focuses of their practice. Number two, make sure that your doctor is not planning on putting fat underneath the muscle. This is the dangerous way to do a BBL. BBLs can be done very safely by putting fat on top of the muscle. So that's a great question to ask your doctor that you're interviewing. Number three, have real expectations for your BBL. Ask your doctor what kind of results you can achieve. Just because your girlfriend or your cousin or your sister went to that particular doctor, they have a different body shape to begin with, which gives the doctor the ability to create a different type of butt. So everybody has the potential for certain things with the butt lift or Brazilian butt lift or fat transfer. Ask your doctor what your expectation could be.
All right, gang, here's the short on BBL recovery and the timeline. Number one, when can you get up and move around? As early as the next day. I want you getting up, moving around. I want you lying around, getting blood clots. So moving around the next day. When can I start my butt exercises? That is when the bruising's all gone. So typically a week and a half to 2 weeks, you should start doing your butt exercises immediately to kind of get the blood flowing and stretch the skin, etc. When can I drive? So you can drive as soon as you're off of the narcotic pain medicine and you feel like you can handle the car. Typically this happens right around a week or so to 2 weeks. You're not on the narcotic pain medicine, you feel like you can move everything, you're sitting on your BBL pillow, you're not driving long distances, probably about a week and a half to 2 weeks. How long do I have to wear my compression garment? I would like you to wear your foam and compression garment at least a month, if not up to 3 months. Beyond that, there's not as much benefit. When can I start my massages? So this is kind of debatable, depending on your massage therapist. Some like to do it as early as the next day to get that fluid out. Some like you to wait about a week or so. It really depends on your massage therapist. I'm okay with you doing it the day after or a week after. That's fine as long as you do it. Final question, when can I have full activity and do whatever I want? Typically, I like to say it's about a 4-week recovery, 4 to 6 weeks before you're at full activity. But with any liposuction, fat transfer, BBL procedure, it is a 6-month process, meaning you're not going to feel 100% normal, you're not going to look 100% normal until about 6 months. So that's why we follow you for about 6 months afterwards. So that's the short of it, long and short of it. I'm Dr. T. Bye.
So weight gain after liposuction and or BBL, they go hand in hand. When you fat graft into the butt, you're adding a new number of fat cells into the butt. When you liposuction the abdomen, the waist, the back, you're taking the number of fat cells out, you're reducing that. But if you gain weight because you have an excess in caloric intake or you eat more than you burn, then the areas that you liposuction will still gain weight and the areas that you put fat graft into will also gain weight. And what happens is they either shrink or enlarge in size.
What's happening with the BBLs?
Been touted as the most dangerous cosmetic surgery because there was a study many years ago that found a 1 in 3,000 mortality rate from this operation. The key with the Brazilian butt lift, though, is doctors were injecting fat into the muscle of the buttocks. And the reason why they did that is because whenever you inject fat, the fat needs to get blood supply for it to heal into its new location. And so what has a lot of blood supply are muscles. And so the idea is like, oh, then I'll just inject fat into these muscles. The fat will stay, the muscles will look bigger, and now you've got a much nicer looking butt. The problem with the butt is that the butt also has some of the largest blood vessels in the body. And so if you inject fat into these muscles, the fat can enter the bloodstream. That fat, if it gets into your bloodstream, it can go to your heart and lungs, and you can die almost instantly. That is the death of BBL.
BBL dangers they don't tell you about.
Right. Please take a look at my drip. Diamond size water, no silk. Check out my dip, no chill. This bang like blood in a crib.
Please like and subscribe. For real, subscribe.